in today's video, we have yet another day in my world where I play Minecraft every day for an entire year. And we're currently working on a lighthouse here. It's looking like a pretty circular box at the moment. Obviously, we got to detail that up and make it look nice. But let's head over here to our beginning jungle village for the start of today's video. I mean, 211 days. You know the rules. We got to start the day out explaining the challenge. We're grabbing a melon for every subscriber gained throughout this series, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so we can fill up more chests with more melons. And we are also writing down one lucky subscriber every day on our infamous wall of subscribers. Today we have Bang It Down G2C. Welcome to the wall of subscribers, my friend. I accidentally put your name in caps, but it's gonna make it stand out more, I promise you that. And the lighthouse shape of it looking solid. Stripe looking like it needs a little extra thickness, so I think we're probably gonna have to work on that. And I'm not sure, like, okay, here's my debate. Actually, it definitely needs more thickness to it. I mean, it's lacking in thickness. We can be honest with ourselves there. We also kind of messed it up a little bit there, it looks like, in the beginning, but that's no problem. We can fix that pretty easily. But I want to know if I need to add one row extra to here or 2 rows, because like I said, it's looking like a thin stripe, and I think 1 row should probably do the job. But that means, you know what that means. We're gonna have to go across and yeah, fix just about all of this, which it's gonna take a little, but no problem. And I think I messed it up in the beginning here, because as you can see, we go 3 2 3, we go 3 2 3, and mess this up. Here we go 4 3 3. Yeah, we messed that up. All right, enough of the explanation. Let's hop right into things. Let's make this look nice. Let's fix it up where we gotta fix it up, and let's complete this lighthouse build, or at least a majority of it for now. And I think this is going to look much better, but let's just go ahead, and we're probably going to, let's just dig ourselves out a staircase for the time being. Or yeah, let's head up here. Let's just dig ourselves a staircase for the time being, and then we can place 1 extra block on all of these. But it's going to be pretty necessary because it's looking thin. The stripe on the lighthouse, it's not supposed to look that thin. You know, it's supposed to look a little thicker, and we might have messed that up in the beginning. Maybe lack of planning, a little bit of rushing due to the time constraints of this challenge. You know, we're only allowed to play 20 minutes every day, so we try and get what we can get done. And that was just kind of left out hanging dry. So we're gonna fix that though. And I think, honestly, I was looking at it too, like, this might be a pretty good height for the lighthouse, but I don't know if I'm gonna call this height final just yet. And let's go ahead, head all the way down here. We might as well, oh, we almost got that. That was kind of parkour right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is 1 block on each of these. That was 2 blocks. 1 block on each of these. Well, 1 piece of granite, 1 piece of diorite, and that should be how we're doing this for the remainder of this entire stripe. And we could switch it up where we need to switch it up. You know, use the polished diorite and the polished granite just to kind of texture it up a little bit. I think something like that makes it look a little nicer. So we're gonna do that as well as we're going. And this build, I hope it comes out nice, because I feel like it's gonna be a pretty key piece to the entirety of this island. And I do believe that we can make a nice looking lighthouse, but obviously we gotta see it to believe it, especially in Minecraft. I mean, this is entirely a visual game, so we're gonna do our best. And I kind of just clutched that. That was complete accident, kind of slipped there, but I just clutched that completely. We'll leave that open there just in case we fall again. Let's head back up here on our scaffolding, fix this up, head on in here, And I do have to say, our goal for the end of the year, I think we're officially setting a pretty realistic goal here. I think we got to shoot for 50,000 subscribers. I think that's as realistic of a goal as you're getting out of me. Anything lower than that, I'm not going for it. I mean, I'm delusional. Call me delusional, call me crazy, but I'm going for it. We're going big. And if not, you know what they say, we're going home. Not really. You know, we'll be here for the rest of this challenge no matter what. It is a 365-day challenge. So don't worry about me going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Let's see, though. I can't see. I'm trying to see the side of this build because I feel like I messed something up somewhere. And, did I? So we got there. I did. I feel like I messed something up somewhere. I messed it up right here. Right there. Missed a block there, I think. Yes, I did. And then I missed a block there. And then we're going to need one here. There we go. I knew I messed something up. I had a weird feeling that I missed a block somewhere. And, my instinct was right. I did. I did indeed. So let's fix this up. I mean, obviously this would have been a lot easier to do if I did it right the first time, but that wasn't too bad of a fix, I don't think. And, for what it's worth, it's going to make this build look much nicer, so I'm not really worried about spending a little bit of time doing something like that. Never. Never worried about putting in extra time to make something look nicer. Not in this world. That was a mistake. Don't go with that. And it should kind of make a bit of a staircase, in a sense. And it does. It does. 2 blocks on each. And I think, honestly, like I was saying, like this might be the kind of height that we're going for, at least before we implement the part that's actually going to be the light. I just want to take a look. And before we commit to building anything on top of this yet, let's take a look from over here on top of this house. Well, I think it might have to be a little taller. It's a little short, but it is going to get a little taller with the actual light being on top of it. So I'm not sure if it has to be much taller. Let's just fill it out. Round it out on these sides right here. Finish it off with some diorite and make it actually look complete. That way we can actually get a real feel for how tall this build is right now. But let's take a look. And, if you didn't know, if you want to play on this world, I do have a Patreon set up with the world download. So any of you that are interested, I think I set up the world download at day 200. So if you feel like, you know, I'm messing up this lighthouse, you know, you could download the world for yourself, build your own lighthouse. And, I think also that build was not yet complete, but I had started working on it, so maybe you could do that build for yourself as well. It'd be a good time. I promise you that. I do enjoy playing this challenge, and I think it'd be really cool if somebody else was also doing like the 1 day every day. Like that'd be a cool thing to me, to see somebody else start either on my world or their own world and do this challenge. That'd be one of the coolest things I think that I've seen yet since starting this YouTube channel. Okay, so we have, so it goes 2 up, 2 up, so we need 1 right there, right here, and that will go up, and it should go up 1 higher, but like I said, I think this is where we're going to cut off our roof. I think this is as high as we're going, and then we're gonna obviously make the space for the light, and then a little more with the light on it right here, if you can picture where I'm pointing my mouse, and then roof on top, obviously, and maybe a flag. I don't know, do lighthouses have flags on top? Because every time I make a lighthouse in Minecraft, and this is a build that I've worked on a lot more times than most of the other builds I've made throughout this challenge, but every time I make a lighthouse in Minecraft, I always put a flag on top of it. That's just what I tend to do. I don't know why I did that. I don't know where that came from, but that's just my style. So I'm probably going to put a flag on this one as well. And I think the red and white looks pretty nice with the granite. It's kind of doing it for me, I will say. I think that's a decent size stripe too. I just got to fix the bottom part right there because it doesn't necessarily blend into the ground as it should. So let me go ahead and fix that. And then we're going to get to work on the actual light, or at least the space for it for the time being. And for this, I think we have to do something like this and something like that, and that should be good there. Oh no, it's raining. I didn't ask for no rain today. I think I've said this before, but I've heard a lot of people enjoy the rain in Minecraft. I'm not one of those people. I don't know where you get that enjoyment from. I don't really enjoy rain in real life. And therefore I don't really enjoy rain in Minecraft either. But I'm thinking as well, we have to think of a block to texture this out with. So let's go get some blocks from either our shulker box if we have them in here or the inventory room. And let's test them out. Okay, we don't have anything here. We also are probably going to need more glowstone now that I was looking at that. I actually did one time make a rotating lighthouse where the redstone lamp, like, it spins around like this. And I'm not going to lie, it lagged my world out pretty bad. I don't know if that's because whatever I was running out at or whatever that was, but I hear a zombie. Why do I hear a zombie? There's a zombie trapped in this wall somewhere. Somewhere in that wall. I'm not going to get him. But as I was saying, I'm probably going to go with glowstone because I don't want to take any risks here. And we need, what did we need? Wood. We need some kind of wood, either dark oak, that is, or spruce. I'm leaning towards dark oak, but we're obviously going to have to take a look against this light colored diorite. I feel like it's probably going to end up being spruce, actually, because I don't think the diorite with that really light color could really contrast well with the extreme darkness of like a dark oak. But let's just put them against each other, give it a little test out here. And I'm not actually building anything, I just want to see. I actually feel like that works, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's kind of working for me. I feel like it's got, like, I don't know if it's like because I'm colorblind or the shaders, but it's got a little bit of that red hue to it, and I think I'm liking that. It kind of sticks out a lot more than that spruce. So I'm going to go with it. We're going to go with it. I mean, I said it before. You know, I was thinking about it, but I'm gonna stick to my guts. I'm going to go with it. So we're going to need to figure out where the windows are going, obviously. We got to plan out some windows. We got to plan out the light up top. And I think just starting out, I got a pretty good thing where I could plan out the light. And I actually do think I want to do like a spiral staircase in here going up to the top. That would be a pretty cool thing. So I got some plans for this build. Don't you worry. I definitely have some plans for this build. I just have to put it into action, you know, as they say. And let's just put some red wool here because we are clearly out of scaffolding. And I probably should have grabbed more while I was over there. But this way I at least know to remove that before I finish this build. Because I think there was a few blocks that I ended up leaving over there. There still is. I see them. I actually see them. I can't believe, I think I was shooting a thumbnail or something. I was like getting a screenshot of a thumbnail. And I noticed I left a couple blocks and I thought I removed them. But I didn't. So as I was saying, at least when I use that bright colored red wool, it sticks out enough. And I'm not building a staircase, that is something that I basically use to build the actual lighthouse. So, that being said, let's get right into it. Let's build this little part right here, kind of hanging over a bit. And I actually think I'm gonna need some trapdoors and possibly some stairs. I don't 100% know on that just yet, but we might have to end up doing that. It depends how this ends up looking, but I do probably want to texture this up a little more than I am doing right now. let's just take a look at how this looks. Where are we at right now? 15 minutes, so that's not too shabby. We're making good progress. Like, that's a little thin, I feel like. And I think I did something similar here, but a little thicker on the windmill. Like, kind of this overhanging thing. You know what I mean, that we're going for there. So, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think I gotta replace it. I don't want to waste much time, but it's for the better good, the greater good of these builds. And let's head over in here. Make ourselves some trapdoors. I hope that's enough. We might need to get some more dark oak. And not more trapdoors, but I wanted some stairs as well. That'll help us. But we got a little bit more dark oak. And shout out the members, by the way. As I pass that sign, shout out you guys. Always shout out the members. Could never forget. But let's head up here. Let's fix this up a little bit. I'm not loving this, to be honest with you. I wasn't loving it. I like the idea. I just don't like the design of what I just did. So we're gonna chalk this up. Rip out the whole thing. But I do like the idea of having this kind of overhang. I think we just gotta do it a little differently. And I don't think we're far off. We definitely aren't far off. So I think I want to stair on every corner, like so. One stair on each corner, like this. And then from there, we are going to, I believe we should, I'm either going to connect them this way, but I do want to definitely do slab, trapdoor, slab, stair. So I think I did, like I was saying, I did something similar on the windmill build, and I really liked how it turned out. Kind of like a new concept for me when doing these kind of things, but just, you know, that extra layer of detail kind of makes the block or the build look a lot nicer than I would have imagined. And I think here we might just go with something like this. Just block that off. And maybe a slab there. That might be a little crazy talk putting that additional slab there, but we'll have to see. And we're gonna go slab, block. I feel like that might end up working out pretty good. We'll see for ourselves pretty soon. And I do have a free cam mod as well. I forgot I have that downloaded. I gotta start using that more often. But it should be pretty useful. And see, I like that a little better. I feel like it blends better. It kind of gives it that little arching shape that we're going for. And then obviously we got a lot of detail to work on these outsides, but we're going to do our best to make that happen. We got a few things to collect down here too. I could get lost in free cam mod, I would imagine. I could only imagine if I was playing with no time limit in a world by myself where I wasn't trying to create at least somewhat interesting content for all you guys, I could get lost there for sure. That mod, yeah, you could plan out some crazy things, I'm sure, with that thing. But let's dig this up. Let's get ourselves at least prepared for tomorrow. And I think step one of preparation is going to be getting ourselves more scaffolding. We got about 1 minute left. So I think this is one thing that I've kind of picked up on too throughout this whole series, is like, if I don't really have the time at the end of the day to like really get some detail put onto something like this, I gotta at least prepare myself for the next day with that last minute, you know, because at that point, that's probably the best thing you could do for yourself. It's like, what am I really gonna get accomplished in this last minute? So let's prep ourselves. Let's get what we need. We need some string. We need some bamboo. And we need some scaffolding. And let's just get a stack of those bad boys. And that wasn't actually a stack. So let's get a little bit more of that. I think we're going to need a good amount of this stuff. Was that a stack? Did I just get... Did I leave some scaffolding over there? I didn't have... I'm actually not sure. If you made it this far in the video, though, comment scaffolding, because I do very much like scaffolding now. I was against it. If you've been here from the start, you know. But also make sure to like, hype, comment, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for day 212.